Stop. Right now, just stop. Because something brought you here, didn't it? Maybe you don't even know why you clicked. Maybe your thumb just moved. That wasn't random. That was the universe whispering through your fingertips, pulling you toward this exact moment because there's something you need to hear. Today, the universe tried to warn you, not with thunder or lightning, but with whispers. A song that made you cry. A stranger's smile that felt familiar. A dream you can't shake. And if you're here right now, if you're listening to my voice, it means you felt it too. That pull, that knowing, that quiet voice saying, pay attention. So before you scroll away, before you dismiss this as coincidence, I need you to stay. Because what I'm about to share could change everything. The signs are already around you. The question is, are you ready to see them? And if something in your soul just whispered yes, then join this journey with me. Subscribe, because you're part of a tribe that sees what others miss. We're the ones who listen when the universe speaks. My name doesn't matter. What matters is that I've been where you are. I've ignored the signs. I've walked past synchronicities like they were accidents. I've felt that ache in my chest, that restlessness in my spirit, that knowing that something bigger was trying to reach me, and I turned away until I couldn't anymore, until the universe stopped whispering and started screaming. And when I finally listened, when I finally opened my eyes to the divine intelligence weaving through every moment of my existence, everything shifted. Not overnight, not magically, but deeply, permanently, spiritually. Today, we're going to talk about the signs. The ones you've been seeing but maybe haven't understood. The universe doesn't speak in words. It speaks in patterns, in synchronicities, in moments that make your soul shiver with recognition. And if you've been feeling lost, stuck, or like you're waiting for something you can't name, this message is your confirmation. The universe has been trying to reach you. And today, right now, you're finally listening. You see, most people move through life blind, not because they can't see, but because they've forgotten how to look. We're taught to trust logic, to demand proof, to ignore intuition as if it's some childish fantasy we should have outgrown. But your intuition is your soul's language. It's how the divine communicates with you. And when you ignore it, when you silence that inner knowing, you're essentially hanging up on God, on the universe, on whatever sacred force is trying to guide you home. Think about the last time you had a gut feeling about something. Maybe you met someone and instantly felt uneasy, even though they seemed nice. Maybe you felt drawn to take a different route home, only to discover later there was an accident on your usual path. These aren't coincidences. They're conversations. The universe has been speaking to you your entire life. When you were a child, you heard it clearly. You believed in magic. You saw signs in everything. A butterfly landing on your hand felt like a message. A found penny felt like treasure from the cosmos. But then the world taught you to stop believing, to grow up, to be practical. And slowly, you built walls around your intuition until you could barely hear anymore. But it never stopped speaking. Even now, as you listen to these words, your soul is vibrating with recognition because deep down, you know this is true. You've always known. Let me tell you about Sarah. That's not her real name, but her story is real. Sarah spent years feeling stuck. She had a good job, a nice apartment, a stable relationship. On paper, her life looked perfect, but inside, she felt hollow, empty, like she was living someone else's life. Every morning, she'd wake up with this weight on her chest, this voice in her head saying, "This isn't it. This isn't what you're here for." But she ignored it. She told herself she was being ungrateful, dramatic, unrealistic. Until one day, she saw a feather on her doorstep, a pure white feather, perfectly placed, as if someone had set it there just for her. She picked it up and felt this overwhelming wave of emotion. Tears just poured out of her. And in that moment, she knew the universe was telling her it was time to change. Within 6 months, she'd left that job, ended that relationship, and moved to a city she'd always dreamed of. Was it scary? Absolutely. But was it right? She'll tell you it saved her life. The universe doesn't send you signs to frighten you. It sends them to wake you up, to remind you that you're not just flesh and bone wandering aimlessly through existence. You're a soul having a human experience. Your energy, consciousness, divinity wrapped in skin. And when you're off path, when you're living in misalignment with your truth, the universe will tap you on the shoulder, gently at first, a repeating number, a song that keeps playing, a name you hear everywhere. And if you don't listen, the tap becomes a push. And if you still don't listen, the push becomes a shove. Not because the universe wants to hurt you, but because it loves you too much to let you sleepwalk through your one precious life. Right now, think about your own life. What keeps showing up? What patterns do you keep seeing? Maybe you keep meeting people who mirror the same lesson back to you. Maybe you keep finding yourself in situations that trigger the same wound. Maybe you keep seeing the same numbers on clocks, license plates, receipts. These are not random. The universe doesn't do random. Every single thing is intentional, purposeful, designed to guide you toward your highest evolution. And when you start paying attention, when you start tracking these signs like breadcrumbs on a sacred path, you'll realize you've never been alone. You've never been lost. You've been guided every single step of the way. Here's something most people don't understand about divine timing. We think we're late. We think we missed our chance, wasted our potential, taken too many wrong turns. But the universe doesn't operate on your timeline. It operates on soul time. And in soul time, you're always exactly where you need to be. Every detour was necessary. Every heartbreak was preparation. Every failure was redirection. You didn't miss anything. You were being forged, shaped, prepared for what's coming. And what's coming is so much bigger than what you left behind. I want you to imagine your life as a tapestry. From where you're standing, looking at the back of it, all you see is tangled threads, knots, chaos. Nothing makes sense. But the universe is on the other side, weaving something beautiful. Every thread has purpose. Every color has meaning. And one day, when you step back far enough, you'll see the masterpiece. You'll see why that person left, why that door closed, why that dream didn't work out the way you planned. Because it was all leading you here, to this moment, to this awakening, to this remembering of who you truly are. Let me tell you what happened to me last year. I was struggling, financially, emotionally, spiritually drained. I kept asking the universe, why is this so hard? Why am I being tested like this? And then one morning, I woke up at 3:33 a.m. I looked at my phone, and there it was, 3:33, the angel number for divine support and guidance. I smiled, went back to sleep, and woke up naturally at 7:17 a.m. Another angel number, spiritual awakening and alignment. I went to get coffee, and my total was $11.11. I got in my car, and the car in front of me had the license plate Trust. In that moment, I broke down crying, not from sadness, but from relief, because the universe was speaking so loudly I couldn't possibly ignore it. It was saying, we see you, we're with you, keep going. And I did. Within weeks, everything shifted. Opportunities appeared. Connections happened. Money flowed, not because I manifested through force, but because I aligned with the flow. This is what I want you to understand. When you're in alignment, life flows. Doors open before you knock. People appear at the exact right time. Resources show up. Inspiration strikes. You feel guided, supported, held by an invisible hand that's always been there. But when you're out of alignment, forcing, controlling, trying to make things happen through sheer will, everything feels like a struggle. You're swimming upstream, exhausted, frustrated, wondering why nothing works. That frustration is a sign. That exhaustion is the message. The universe is saying, stop, breathe, surrender, let me lead. If you're feeling that resonance right now, that deep recognition in your soul, then you're part of something bigger. Hit that like button, not for me, but as a declaration to the universe that you're ready, that you're listening, that you're saying yes to the signs. Now let's talk about the specific signs the universe has been sending you, because I know you've been seeing them. You just might not have understood what they meant. First, the repeating numbers. 1111, 222, 333, 444. These aren't coincidences. They're angel numbers, cosmic confirmations that you're on the right path, or that your angels are trying to get your attention. When you see them, pause, breathe, ask, what do I need to know right now? And then listen. The answer will come. Maybe not immediately, but it will come through a conversation, a thought, a sudden knowing that drops into your consciousness like a stone into still water. Second, the people. Have you noticed how certain people keep appearing in your life? Or how you keep thinking about someone right before they call or text? Or how you meet someone and feel like you've known them forever? These are soul contracts, connections that transcend this lifetime. The universe brings people into your orbit for specific reasons. To teach you, to heal you, to challenge you, to love you. Pay attention to who shows up and why. Not everyone is meant to stay forever. Some people are chapters, some are sentences, but all of them are part of your story. Third, the obstacles. I know this one is hard to accept. We don't like obstacles. We see them as problems, setbacks, evidence that we're failing. But what if obstacles are redirections? What if that job you didn't get was protecting you from a toxic environment? What if that relationship that ended was clearing space for your soulmate? What if that financial struggle was teaching you about worthiness, about receiving, about trust? The universe doesn't block your blessings. It blocks what isn't aligned with your highest good. And sometimes what we think we want isn't what our soul needs. Fourth, the dreams. Your subconscious speaks to you while you sleep. Pay attention to recurring dreams, vivid dreams, dreams that wake you up with your heart racing or tears streaming. These are messages from your higher self, from your guides, from a universe. Keep a dream journal. Write them down immediately upon waking. Look for symbols, patterns, feelings. The more you honor your dreams, the more clearly the messages will come. And fifth, the gut feelings. That knowing in your body that something is right or wrong, even when your mind can't explain it. Your body is an antenna for spiritual truth. When something is aligned, you feel expansive, light, open. When something is misaligned, you feel contracted, heavy, closed. Trust that. Your body will never lie to you. It's your mind that deceives, rationalizes, justifies. But your body knows. Your soul knows. And when you learn to listen to that inner compass, you become unstoppable. So here's what I want you to do. Starting today, become a detective of your own life. Track the signs. Write them down. Notice the patterns. Because the more you pay attention, the more the universe will communicate with you. It's like learning a new language. At first, it feels foreign, confusing. But with practice, you become fluent. You start having full conversations with the divine. You ask questions and receive answers. You express gratitude and watch blessings multiply. You surrender your plans and watch miracles unfold. I'm going to share something vulnerable with you. There was a time in my life when I felt completely alone, abandoned by the universe. Like my prayers were hitting a ceiling and bouncing back. I'd cry and scream and beg for signs, and nothing came. Or so I thought. Because looking back now, I can see the signs were everywhere. I just wasn't in a state to receive them. I was so consumed by fear, by desperation, by the need to control, that I couldn't see the divine intelligence orchestrating everything behind the scenes. It wasn't until I surrendered, until I said, okay, universe, I give up. I trust you. Show me the way, that everything changed. Within days, I received a message from someone I hadn't spoken to in years. That message led to an opportunity. That opportunity led to a transformation. And that transformation led me here, to you, in this moment. Do you see? Nothing is wasted. Nothing is random. Every tear waters the soil of your becoming. Every dark night makes the stars more visible. Every ending is a beginning in disguise. The universe is always conspiring in your favor, even when it doesn't feel like it. Especially when it doesn't feel like it. Because sometimes the biggest blessings come wrapped in the packaging of catastrophe. Sometimes you have to lose everything to find yourself. Sometimes you have to break open to let the light in. And here's the beautiful truth that will set you free. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to know the how or the when or the where. You just have to trust. Trust that you're being led. Trust that you're protected. Trust that what's meant for you will never miss you, and what's not meant for you will never stay. Trust that the universe loves you more than you love yourself, that it sees your potential even when you only see your flaws, that it's holding space for your dreams even when you've given up on them. So here we are, you and me, connected across time and space by something bigger than both of us. You clicked on this video because your soul knew it needed this message. Because somewhere deep inside, you've been waiting for confirmation, for permission, for a sign that you're not crazy for believing in magic, in destiny, in divine orchestration. Well, here it is. This is your sign. The fact that you're still here, still listening, still feeling that electricity in your chest, that's the universe confirming what your heart already knows. You are not an accident. You are not random. You are a carefully crafted miracle placed on this earth at this exact moment in history for a specific purpose. And even if you don't know what that purpose is yet, even if you're still searching, still struggling, still wondering, that's okay. The searching is part of the journey. The struggle is part of the transformation. The wondering keeps you open, receptive, available for the magic from this moment forward. I want you to live differently. I want you to walk through the world with your eyes open and your heart receptive. I want you to look for the signs. Thank the universe when you see them. Speak out loud. I see you. I hear you. Thank you for guiding me. Because gratitude amplifies the signal. The more you acknowledge the signs, the more signs you'll receive. It's like turning up the volume on a conversation that's been happening your entire life. And when things get hard, because they will, when you feel lost or scared or alone, remember this moment. Remember that you are being held. Remember that you are loved by a force so vast and infinite and intelligent that your human mind can't even comprehend it. Remember that every single thing that has happened to you, every joy and every pain, has been shaping you into who you're meant to become. You are exactly where you need to be, learning exactly what you need to learn, becoming exactly who you're meant to be. The universe tried to warn you today. It whispered through the wind. It spoke through the stranger who smiled at you. It sent you a song that made you cry. It guided your thumb to this video. And now you know. Now you see. Now you remember. You are not alone. You have never been alone. You are surrounded by guidance, by love, by a cosmic intelligence that knows you better than you know yourself. If this message touched your soul, if you felt something shift inside you, then become part of this community. Subscribe, because we're walking this path together. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Comment below and tell me what sign you've been seeing. Let's create a space where people who see what others miss can gather, connect, and remember who they truly are. We are the ones who listen when the universe speaks. We are the ones who see the magic. We are the ones who remember. So go now. Go with the knowing that you are guided, that you are loved, that you are exactly where you need to be. Pay attention to the signs. Trust the timing. Surrender to the flow. And watch as your life transforms in ways you never imagined possible. The universe is speaking. And finally, beautifully, bravely, you're listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for staying. Thank you for believing. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your heart receptive. The magic is everywhere. You just have to look.